Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Cory and Rhonda with Keller Williams and Utah Dream Properties. Today, we're going to talk to you about what to expect during a home inspection.
Let's get to work. Let's get to work.
Congratulations, you are a buyer and now you are on the inspection phase of the transaction. So we want to give you a couple of things to expect during this process.
Yeah, so we kind of came up with a couple of quick things that we can talk about. The inspector's going to come over, they're going to go from top to bottom, literally, right? They're going to go on the roof, they're going to spend a couple of hours checking every system in the house, doing all those kind of things. You know, is there anything I'm leaving out as far as that?
They check all the outlets, check all the plumbing, make sure that there's not any active leaks. Some inspectors also, and we'll give you, if you're a client of ours, we'll give you our recommended inspectors that we've used in the past with great feedback and great results. But they'll have an infrared camera where they can see things that maybe the eyes wouldn't see, so that's super important to have.
Camera, right?
Yes, and the thermal camera as well. They can also check for mold or radon if that's a concern for that particular house, or depending on the area you're in, that might be a really good thing to test for. So they can do all of that for you.
How much does that cost?
You know, it depends on the house, the size of the home, and what type of test you get. Because if you elect to get a meth, radon, and mold, that adds on to the inspection costs. But typically we see kind of an average ballpark around $350 or so for an inspection. So we always tell our clients too, an inspection is not required, but it is so recommended that if you decide not to get one, we actually have you sign a form stating that you understood what an inspection was and you decided not to get one. Right. So that's how much we strongly encourage that you get one.
And that cost can change by square footage. That's kind of how they charge.
Right, just a real quick ballpark, just to give you an idea.
And then let's talk about a couple of examples of wins that we've seen from, you know, getting an inspection done. Is there anything that comes to mind that you can think of someone that got one? So go ahead.
Mostly it's leaks, it's water issues, just things that maybe there was evidence of a past water leak. And in Utah we're so dry, typically, at least the majority of the year we're so dry, so it might not be wet when we look at it, but the inspector can see things to show, hey, when it rains or when we have a thaw, there's an issue in this area. Also electrical issues, because most of us are not electricians, so if I look at an electrical box, I really have no idea what I'm looking at. That's their job. They'll look at that and kind of let us know if the system looks overloaded or if certain things don't work right. So those are probably the two most common. Yeah,
and that makes sense. And so one thing that I want to kind of to wrap it all up is an inspection is very important. We want to make sure that you get one of those. We highly recommend them. And like Rhonda said, whether you get one or not, we're going to have you sign saying that you did or did not want one. Also, I wanted to kind of let you know that an inspector, their job is to kind of point at things, right? They're not supposed to be the plumber. They're not supposed to be the, you know, necessarily the expert that you would call in, right? So they might come in and say, hey, I think we should check the plumbing because of X, Y, and Z. Then we get a plumber in to actually do that and get the work done.
Same thing with roofs.
Same with electrical, same with roofs, same with foundations, whatever it is, we're gonna get the expert in there. But those guys are the best at being, you know, they're looking at everything and they're saying, that doesn't really look right, so we're gonna get somebody in there that really knows what they're talking about.
Right.
Basically, every home inspection that happens, they're going to give you a report that's going to be like 20, 25, 30
40
pages
sometimes.
long. Very long report. And you look at that basically as an owner's manual for the home. It's really nice, actually, the way they lay it out. Hey, watch this, get ready to paint on this, get ready to replace this. And they kind of lay all that out in there for you. That's the idea. But what we really want to know during the purchase part of it is there something structural or safety that really needs to be looked at immediately? And then we can try to negotiate that out.
Right, and one thing too, that right now we're in January of 2023. 6 months ago, a year ago, in order to get into a home, a lot of buyers were actually foregoing the inspection because there were 20, 25 offers on a house. So this is a good time. We've got time to do the inspection. We typically write, it depends on the length of the contract, but usually at least 7 to 10 days for that inspection period. So you have plenty of time to get in there and take a good look at the property, make sure you are clear and you feel confident with the purchase.
And then we can also have time to negotiate, which we didn't have back in that time period.
Right. If you have any questions about anything to do with buying or selling real estate, we would love to be your resource. So please reach out to us. Our information is below. And also we put out new videos every Friday, so make sure to like and subscribe so you're notified every time we have a new video.
Have a great day.